So ready?
Let's start. Yeah.
All right. Hello everyone. And maybe we have a couple of gardeners on the call who can relate, but gardening can be a pain, and it often is. Actually, more than two-thirds of people report experiencing significant difficulty or dissatisfaction with their garden plot. Even among the self-proclaimed experts, the green thumbs amongst us, just about 90% report they don't know which plants grow best given their unique environmental conditions. And despite this difficulty, gardening is still a large industry. This data, most recent data is from 2018, reporting that it's an $8 billion market size. But interestingly enough, there's actually been a 5x increase in market growth since everything that's been happening with COVID this year. And so we're following up with a fun, elegant solution that aims to remove many of the barriers associated with gardening. So here we have Grow Squares, which is a two-part gardening system. So first is the Grow Square itself, which you can see here, which are these 1 square foot modular garden toppers that contain all of the seeds and nutrients you need to get started. And then there's our complimentary app as well to guide you through the process. So how does this app work? Well, first, you tell us the exact size and shape of your garden plot, and then you place your phone at your intended garden location, and within about 20 seconds, we can pull from over 15 different APIs to assess hyperlocal sunlight levels, shadows, even soil taxonomy, temperature, to recommend what plants grow best given that unique location. We utilize all of these insights to help us identify the exact nutrients, minerals, and bacteria to go inside each grow square for the most successful growth. And then we assemble your mix into our square foot blocks at the center, which resides all of the seeds necessary to get started for your selected plants. Each grow square is then packaged and shipped directly to users, where after reception, they lay them out according to the configuration recommended in the app to ensure optimal compatibility, and just start watering to begin the process. Once the garden's up and running, the app will tell users when to water, when to thin, and even predict harvest date. Here we have a bit of a look more into the grow square itself, which are created from fallen areca palm leaves that are crafted to biodegrade within a plant's life cycle. And really, the core novelty we're aiming to construct here lies within our ability to do a remote assessment of local environmental conditions and evaluate how those unique conditions affect plant growth. We are raising a $2 million safe with around half of that committed. The pre-money valuation is $8 million, with the largest single investor being IKEA Green Tech. We have a diverse team spanning product design. Myself, background is a microbiologist, data scientists, and developers, all working together to make gardening a bit easier. And I think that's it.
Thanks, Dashan.
Mm-hmm.
So now, please judge us any questions or suggestions.
What is your current target audience, ideal customer profile?
So yeah, our ideal customer right now, we found a lot of traction within kind of older millennials, young families, kind of looking to get into hobbies, like food awareness and transparency is becoming kind of a big thing within kind of health and wellness right now. And so yeah, that's generally what we see.
So I have a question. There have been a lot of people who've tried to build businesses in this area in the past, and I realize the world has changed. But distribution, visibility, customer acquisition have always been the key challenge. How are you going to address those in a more effective way than other people who've come before you?
Yeah, and we're setting up to launch within July, mid-July, and right now we are going for a big kind of social push. The thing is, we kind of want to put ourselves where people go to look for gardening information, And so now, being that everyone's pretty much operating online, we're planning on going to like YouTube tutorials, reaching out to kind of key influencers in the area, trying to get in the space where kind of core information is. In terms of kind of deploying the product in comparison to a lot of competitors, what makes it kind of easier for us is that we don't have really expensive hardware. You know, each of these squares costs $20. It's no setup process. All of our tech is through kind of data analysis, data science, and so it's very easy to deploy to new places as well.
This is Jordan. Thanks. This is a B2C play. Do you see a B2B2C play? Because that's probably a better path for the current economy.
Yes, that's been brought to our attention a couple of times, specifically around the kind of data component that we do. So we do have in development kind of an API if people just kind of want to do remote assessments to, you know, kind of predict yield, crop growth, crop stages in the works. And so that the data science component is a kind of core to our product play, and it's something that we're looking into.
Two comments. If you're pitching, guys, the shorter the answers, the more concise, the better you will be. You get more questions. And two, on the B2C, sir, 60-some% of the B2C companies at the early stage pivot to B2B2C, but before they get funded for Series A. So do a lot of homework before you get married to the B2C.
Okay.
Could you also elaborate a little bit just on your pricing model? I see you have a slide in the auxiliary on pricing schema. Like, you know, what does it retail for?
Yeah, so each square is $20. There's no cost to the app, and it's $20 regardless of kind of which plant you're growing. We generally see users buying around 10 with a little bump when kind of garden season hits.
Bill
So
Baker here, guys, asking a question that nobody asked. To sound like Mr. Wonderful, about $8 million pre-money valuation is pretty high. What are your sales?
So right now we have pre-orders, about 24,000 kind of pre-orders for these that we're kind of, and this is with like no market or ad spend, just through kind of word of mouth or kind of getting out.
So is the short answer 0?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, that was pretty simple. Short answers per Jordan's comment. Okay.
Thanks for
Good luck.
presentation. Sorry, yeah, thanks. And we have to move to the next startup.